Hello and welcome back, Guardians, to another video. Today we're doing the Nightfalls. All three Nightfalls I'm gonna uploading all three Nightfalls. And all Nightfalls we're using the exact same characters again. I'm playing with two of my friends here, Mac and Volburns. Both gonna be warlock with the well, and I'm gonna be a tether hunter. Maybe you don't need a second warlock. You can play something else if you want to. Just fill in the blind spots. For guns, I know like in one of the videos I used mountaintop, and then for the other two I didn't. I didn't really need mountaintop. You can play with a sniper instead. But recluse, that's something that I feel like everyone can actually get the gun. I did play with recluse in all three, and recluse is actually a really good gun. I'm gonna leave all the classes in the description down below. I would suggest for your heavy weapons, go for machine guns, because machine guns are really important. Because you're looking to kill ads quicker. Difficulty, we tried out for the inverted Spire, which is the first Nightfall, 240. 240 was actually, that's when it's get really tough because you're like 30 lights below. So you don't have to put it on 240, you can go for 230 and you'll actually feel a lot of difference in between it, so definitely try that out. Make sure everyone got a different burn on their heavy at least. Loaded question, highly recommended. One of Mac was using loaded question and it's actually a really good gun, even for yellow bars. So highly recommend that. I'm not gonna talk through the whole thing, basically what's going on and stuff, because these are strikes and nightfalls you've done loads and loads of times by now. So the main things you guys already know. I'm just gonna explain quick what we used and stuff, and then on some parts what to look out for. You know, it's Nightfalls has never been so important. I mean, if you have to get 100k, you're probably running it alone because it's not even a challenge then. Since it's 200k, it's kind of interesting now. It's also why I'm making the guides again. I couldn't solo any one of these to get a 200k. Gonna be honest, like they're it's not even possible to get, I think. And if someone does, like they're really good god player then. In inverted Spire, this beginning part, you don't really have to kill ads here, unless you're trying to get your super up. But anything else, just run past it. Because you don't really have to do it. I was basically trying to get like at least part of my super. So if you feel like now you just want to go quick through it, just do that. Also remember that, like I said in the beginning, you can use a sniper instead of the mountaintop, which is actually really good. And yeah, definitely talk to each other. Match games on in these games, extinguish is on, and momentum. I kind of get it that people don't always like momentum because it's something you're not used to. But if you just keep moving in a map, you can play really well with this. In the beginning, you saw me dying straight there. 30 lights below and solar singe is on. The reason why solar singe is on, and it's on for all three Nightfalls, is especially in this one, you don't get a lot of ads shooting solar except for snipers, and when your light level's already at the point to where either way you're gonna be like on a slit or hell to almost die, then I don't see the point in putting on something like Void, to where a lot of these ads are using Void. Arc is bad because of the boss in the end. So yeah, I was trying to avoid those things that don't particularly have to one-shot you, but if you put on the burn, they will one-shot you. So I chose for solar singe, so that's the whole reason. So yeah, on this part, basically it's the same thing, you know, just pay attention to what you're doing. Once you have your supers up, definitely play with your supers a lot. Don't really save them for like spots where you don't even know, like for example, I'm not gonna save the super and then make sure that I'm gonna die just because I don't want to use my super. Like definitely just play it out. Also don't be too keen on heavy as well. If you have to break a shield, just break the shield. when something costs you time, you're gonna run really slow to that Nightfall. And if you have, like, time is something that you don't really have. We tried to clear all the Nightfalls in less than 15 minutes, so even if you're slower, you can still get the amount of points. Just bear in mind, after 15 minutes to 18 minutes, you're only getting half of the score you were getting. So definitely, yeah, pay attention to that. So on the first part, nothing's there too important, it's the same thing. On this part, you can get 2 snipers. Definitely pay attention to them, since it's solar. You're gonna be a one-shot. I think we even died from these snipers. Can't say for sure. Yep, there we go. Also, if one player is pushing, definitely try to make, like, if 2 players or 1 player is pushing, and you know it's kind of dangerous, one should always try and stay back, you know, just in case someone dies or something, you can still save the run. You don't want to go back to the river and redo the whole thing. And that was a shot from the loaded question, which is actually pretty OP if you ask me. I'm going to try it out for myself as well. On this part, you can kill all the ads. You know, it's still a lot of things, especially in Nightfall where your modifiers is this high. Definitely kill most of the things you can see. But then again, going from this part to the part where you get the double Cabal standing, you don't want to stop for just 2 or 3 ads. Then it's not worth it. It's not worth the time. So that's basically what we're just trying through. And most of the points you'll get in this Nightfall is on this part, on the next part, and on the boss itself. That's basically where you get most of the points. Like I said, breaking shields is really important. Use your heavy if you have to. In the end, you won't need heavy to kill bosses, like not in any of these Nightfalls, you won't be needing heavy. I'll try and not use mountaintop anymore in Nightfalls, unless it's a solo run. But in team runs, I'll try to avoid it since I get it, like how hard it is to get mountaintop. But for recluse, I'm not, like, I don't think it's that tough. It's definitely, if you're not a crucible player, it could be a challenge, but it's definitely worth it because the recluse is actually pretty tough. If you don't have it yet, definitely do your best and try and get this. It's really, really, really good. Can't say that enough. As you know, there's 2 captains to kill on this part. I already took one out. The other one can spawn in the other building to my left right now, or right in front of me where I'm standing. So, yeah. This one, you can also see it on your mini-map. It's the triangle, the white triangle. So it's pointing towards where the boss is and where your objective is in this case. So.
Just so you know, I have detected a massive Vex energy signature.
And the only way to reach it is down past those giant pointy drill bits? Good.
Also, if you have your hunter, try and save your invisibility for this part, so when you want to start up a machine, you have that, because if one of the Cabals see you there, like, they can really rush you, and this will definitely set you back in time. So we're lucky to get Vex instead of Cabal. And try and kill all the ads. This is a place where you want to use a lot of supers just to kill all the ads, as many as possible. Kind of a bummer here, running out of primary ammo. Also, both warlocks, they have manufactions on. Not because we wanted to melt the boss, but every time it's standing well, I mean, you don't really need something like, you don't need Phoenix Protocol. You probably need Phoenix Protocol if you're doing just a 2-man, or if for example you're using another Titan because someone doesn't play Hunter or a Warlock, just one character, and you're trying to bring that person into a Nightfall, that's when you probably use Phoenix Protocol. But if you have two Warlocks, having Lunafaction boots is then definitely way better.
The landing. We do. Guardian down.
And just bear in mind, like, whatever you do, always keep moving, because of momentum. Because all the ads need is like 2 or 3 shots and you're down, so always keep that in mind. Just keep moving. So for this part, these are normally the ads you get, void and a bit of heart. And top right, that's why I was looking there. Normally you got like 3 sniper and 3 scions. We didn't get them, so that's actually a good thing in this case, because they're not worth that many points and they can definitely one-shot you. So I was happy not to get them, so, but you definitely pay attention if you get them or not. On this part we use the well and tether again, because you got like a boss in here with the wanted enemy and a yellow bar, so yeah. Also, when you tether enemies, you don't in particular have to hit, you just hit the boss, the dude with the most health, just to make sure that you're hitting everything else, because the damage just went straight over to all the enemies. The reason we popped another well there is because our friend, he saw like he got enough orbs, so just to pick up orbs and get some points back. And try not to go with your Spire through this part, because you definitely, like, if you die, this is going to be a big backup setup again for start the whole thing all over again. So just try to kill everything in your path and then, you know, move on. And also, you're losing on points. Because in the end, on the boss, once you have your 200k, you can melt down the boss any second you want to. So yeah, pay attention to that. The more points you get now, the easier you'll make it later on for yourself. So knowing that a lot of dogs are actually spawning here, and that would probably be like a 1-hit, 2-hit for us, I was just holding my heavy in my hands and trying not to use any other thing. We do not want to mess with these dogs. So from this part on, you can Sparrow again. For everyone that knows the path how to Sparrow, just go through the boss. And the boss first phase. This one's actually important. If you don't meld the boss straight away, and I know like most people do meld the boss because, yeah, like I said, Nightfalls weren't. You didn't have to think about where ads spawn when they spawn. You didn't care actually about it. Now you should. So once you get this boss down to half of the first bar, he's gonna spawn in a lot of harpies. Everything's arc shielded, so you'll probably just blast them with their own shields. So definitely leave the boss alive, just let him walk. He's gonna go either way, left or right in the map. Let them spawn in the harpies again, because of the points. It's actually loads of points. So there you go. And once you kill the harpies, then by all means, just meld the boss so he goes to the second play. If you have enough heavy, you can play the second play, but if you don't, and you feel like you have enough points, try to melt them down to go back to the last play, because on the last play, at least you can play a bit with the boss there. You can actually get him down to like half of his last health bar, and then kill all the ads, and then finish off the boss. We felt like we had enough points, 190k. You might not if you're playing on a 230 card, since you're playing on a 240 right now. I think, let's clarify. I'm playing on a 230, so if you're playing on a 220 card, you might not have these amount of points, but yeah, that part shouldn't matter. Then just you're gonna get enough ads in the end here, and we didn't even kill all the ads. We just let the ads spawn in and then melt the boss without even killing the ads. So if you're trying to get this boss down to spawn in more ads, all you want to do is like just hit him a couple of times, and he will spawn in the other ass. Use tether again, use your will. But yeah, that's it pretty much for this run. I hope you get your 200k. If it's not too bad, if this one's bad, I hope one of the other Nightfalls will help you out, because there's 2 more Nightfalls, and yeah, I mean, if you're doing a 200k run, they're all gonna be pretty tough, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video.
Golden Age computer core, and that's all she came up with? I could have said that.
If you'd like my insight, I filed an after-action report complete with 433 tactical notes. I win.